Hey guys, welcome back to Align Mental. My name's Rojo, and today I thought I would try my hand at a tutorial style video because I recently finally had my eureka moment with an exercise that's been my arch nemesis for a number of years, and that exercise is the pistol squat. First, I'll demonstrate what not to do, so how I was attempting to do the pistol squat in the past and why I was failing. Then I'll highlight 3 key components that I just was not integrating. For me, it wasn't about lack of strength. I had the strength. It was just the technique that I was missing. Once I put all those pieces of the puzzle together, it all became clear, and I showed that pistol squat that it would not get the better of me. As promised, here's what not to do. So this is what I was doing in the past, is I would start off strong, got good single leg balance, other foot extends out front, and then I'd start off strong, squat low, and then fall back on my ass in a gym full of people. And then I'd get up and be like, I meant to do that. This is what a pistol squat is supposed to look like. So, weight in one leg, other leg extended out in front of you, squat down on that single leg while reaching for the toes, tap the toes, push back up. Looks simple enough, right? Hopefully I made it look simple and you guys are all wondering what the big deal is. But we all know that simple does not necessarily mean easy. And there were 3 simple things that I simply was not doing. First thing I wasn't doing was I wasn't leaning forward enough. Your hips are going back as you squat down, so you have to lean the upper body forward in order to counteract that weight going back. Otherwise, you'll just fall on your ass, as I did. So that's what the prompt of the fingers reaching for the toes is supposed to enable, but it's not just the fingers for the toes. If your hands are long enough, you can be back here and still reach for the toes. You have to hinge at the waist. You are hinging at the hips because it's a squat, but you also have to hinge at the waist. Think about bringing the ribs to the thigh, not just reaching for those toes. So, and even as I come up, I'm still leaning forward, only at the top do I stack my spine. Okay? Rule number 1. Second component is ankle flexion. And by that I mean bringing the toes closer to the shin, or the shin closer to the toe, closing this angle. There's this misconception that you shouldn't let your knee go past your toes, or you have to squat back with the weight in the heels. I mean, what about the rest of your foot? Is the ball of your foot just like a vestige, like your appendix or wisdom teeth? No, use your whole foot. And this ingrained misconception is actually what was hindering the first point of leaning forward. Because if I don't hinge at the ankle joint, then I can't help but sit back and my weight will go back and I will fall back. So ankle flexion is a normal and healthy motion of the ankle joint. The updated rule is that the knee can go past the toes to the extent that the heel does not lift, okay? And this should be part of the pistol squat or any squat variation for that matter. Well, except for the sissy squat or the toe squat, but that's a whole other can of worms that we won't get into today. The third piece of the puzzle is that floating leg needs to be on. You don't want to be dead weight for yourself, okay? It's not just wishy-washy in the front there. That quad is on, so that knee is locked. Toes are flexed. use the glute to hug the leg bone back into the hip socket, and then you need some hamstring flexibility so the leg can come up, and you need hip flexor strength to bring the leg up, okay? Because as you reach for the toes, the leg is coming up to meet the upper body. If you don't have that hip flexor strength or hamstring flexibility, it's just gonna hit the ground as you squat lower. So you gotta focus on that as well. I know this is a lot to think about, guys, I know, but if you have also been frustrated with this exercise, or if you've just seen other people do it and you think it looks cool and you want to try it, then incorporate these moves into the pistol squat and it will become more accessible for you. And then maybe it will be, as fun as it looks, because it's fun once you get it. One thing to note is that you don't have to go ass to grass in order to say that a single rep was done that day. As long as you are squatting on one leg with the other leg out in front of you and you get that toe tap, that's a pistol squat, okay? So, this is a pistol squat, this is a pistol squat, this is a pistol squat, and this is a pistol squat. Okay? Wherever you are, start there. The pistol squat is a lot of technique and it's a lot of instability, so the progression is the range of motion. So as you progress, I want you to focus on that toe tap. There's no point in going lower in that squat if you're not tapping the toe, because as you go lower and lower, if you're not leaning forward or not, you'll fall back. If and when you do get to that point where your ass is to the grass, you can then level up, sure. I got me a 9-pound weight here. Start with the weight at your chest, and as you go down, you just extend it and you're tapping the weight to your toe. Okay? Another progression you could do is that toe hold that I did before. This one challenges your flexibility as well as your strength, so there's merit in that. So you can start right away. You have to have a lot of flexibility for this one though, because you're grabbing that foot in this sort of yoga pose. I don't know what it's called in yoga. And then you squat down and keep holding the foot all the way up. Okay? But when you're progressing, the toe tap is the most important thing. There's no point in being down here if you're here. I'd rather you be up here and here. One other hack with this, when you are working up to more reps, is to don't attempt to do 10 reps on one leg and then 10 reps on the other leg. It probably will be impossible. So just do alternate, one on one leg, one on the other leg, and then work up to 2 and 2, and then 3 and 3, and so on. Start where you are, and then progress from there. If you have any other tips and tricks for this exercise, please do share your knowledge down in the comment section so other people can learn, and so that I can learn, because I'm always trying to improve my exercise game. And yeah, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and come back next time. Bye!